Chris here with Barnyard Outdoors. Look at me, I'm in my new home office. Very excited to be here. I recently moved, so I've been off YouTube for a few weeks here as I'm trying to get stuff organized in the new place. But new place means a new place to store my gear. And the gear room needs a little help. I need to unbox stuff. It's not the top priority because we've got the rest of the house to unbox first, of course. Got to have plates, right? Got to be able to eat. So I'm going to start a new series of me organizing my new gear room. So we're going to start off by adding something that I really need. I need a better way to organize things, and something more than just shelves. In my old place, I had an exercise bike, which, if you've seen me in person, I haven't ridden that exercise bike in probably 6 years. So finally sold it. That's great. But one of the things I used it for was, of course, to hang gear on when I would get back from camping, hang things out like my sleeping bag or other pieces of gear that need to be gone through and organized. And I came up with a great idea in this new gear room to be able to have some functionality to hang gear down there and have some different options when I'm doing it. So I'm going to bring you along on this first project of getting my new gear room all set up. And we're going to start with gear hanging. So here I am. This is my new gear room. Absolutely love it. It's a huge room. Unfinished, of course, which is nice because I can do stuff up here, which is one of the things I'm going to do. But I have a gear problem, as you can see. I have a lot of gear, and since we just recently moved in here, it's not top priority, so everything is just kind of piled here. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a system to where I can actually hang my gear up here. And I want to achieve two things. First of all, I want a place where I can take things like my sleeping bag or a tarp or a tent, and I want to be able to hang it up down here to let it dry out, to get rid of my weekend of camping funk from the sleeping bag. So I've been looking at different ideas, things I can do, and my idea is to put something up here into these rafters and rig up a system to be able to hang my gear. I want to make sure that it's flexible and that I can make changes to it easily depending on what I'm trying to hang. So here's what I've decided to do. Somewhere in this mess here, I've got the parts I need. The first thing is some little hooks here. These I can just put right up into the rafters and hang things on. But the big project is using these lag bolts right here. All right, and I'm going to take these and I'm going to secure them in some strategic places over here. And then I'm going to set up a loop system to hang that gear. And what I'm going to use is the same thing that I've used when I'm out actually camping. I bought an extra set of these hammock straps. Really cheap on Amazon, right? Now, I'm not going to be putting up a hammock down here, as awesome as that would be, but I've got this really long strap here, and it's got all these attachment points on it, right, for hanging your hammock. Just perfect, the perfect solution. So I'm going to secure this up to the rafters and be able to hang gear wherever I want. And of course, the package came with 2 of these straps. I've got enough lag bolts to where I can put them in multiple locations and kind of change my plan for however I want to hang gear depending on what I'm doing at the time. So let's get started on this pretty simple project. All I'm going to need is my ladder and then my drill, which right here, so I can get some holes started before I put the lag bolts in and get everything set up. I'm going to start right up here. Let me see if I can get the angle right on this. So if you look right up here, I got a nice support beam right here, and I'm going to drill into this for one spot. So then I'll span this across over to here, probably here, I don't know, one of these two, put a bolt in there, and that way I'll be able to span right across this section and hang something if I need to. Wouldn't be up here permanently because, believe me, my girlfriend would not like that. But that'll be the first step, is getting those 2 bolts anchored in and then looking at other places where I want to put stuff. going to take my lag bolt here. I'll just get this screwed in. There's one. Now off to the next one. So the next one that I want to place is going to be over here. I want to go right up into here. That should give me the distance I want and keep it away from anything mechanical down here. That should be perfect. Like I said, these aren't going to support a lot of weight. I don't have to worry about supporting a hammock from them. Now, this strap kit I got was from Wone Nice. I don't know. It was cheap on Amazon, right? Like I said, I don't support my body weight, but it did come with a couple nice carabiners here, so I can easily hook this up to both sides. Come over here, look at this, I don't even need a ladder. Hang that one up there and take this end and hook it up. And now I have a great place where I can take my tent, take my hammock, hang it over this, and it's out of the way, right? Now, if I wanted to, I can always easily take this down, so I don't have to worry about people running into it. But because this has loops all the way along it, I can easily hook anything else that I have that has either a carabiner or a hook on it and hang it from this. And if I want it just up and out of the way, I can easily do that by adjusting this end here. I can simply measure the distance out right here. So then I can just take this if I want to shorten it up, and I'm gonna, let's see, we'll try this one right here. So I've created a little loop in the system to take up some of that slack. And I can hang that up, and now that is completely out of the way. I can walk under it. I don't have to worry about hitting it with my head, or if anybody else comes down here to the freezer or any of the other storage, it's out of the way. Now I can add more hooks to this system, more of these lag bolts, and I can position this in other places around this room, which is my eventual plan. Because when we get over here to my gear space, and like I said, I got too much gear, guys. This is ridiculous. But I like hanging stuff, right? Like getting it out of the way, hanging it up where I can see it and I can access it, especially if it's something I use a lot. So I can put something up behind that light that would just hang there, and I can hang some other things up there, or I could come over here to this side where the storage cabinet is. Gives me a lot of options, but I really like this. I think this is a really good solution here, especially when I want to hang something like my sleeping bag. That's usually the big thing. I get home from a camp out, I want to keep it opened up, I want to air it out. This is where I can do that now, and it's out of the way. And it was a very, very simple install. So lots of options with this setup. As I move forward and make changes to this room and really lay things out, I'm going to bring you guys along, because I think gear storage is a challenge for a lot of us, especially when you have a lot of gear. I've got probably 15 years worth of gear here, and I need to go through it. I need to go through it. Some of it just needs to be given away. So I'll probably donate it. Who knows? Maybe I'll do some giveaways on the channel. But this is the first of many projects here. This is going to be really cool. I hope everybody enjoyed this little quick tutorial on how to start organizing gear. Like I mentioned, some of the other items I got were these little hooks. Same principle, right? It just screws right into the wood. I'll be doing the same thing up here so I can get things just up and out of the way. I think this is going to be a great way for me to start getting the gear organized in here, start getting things cleaned up a bit, and getting ready for camping season, because I'm going to be camping in, oh boy, end of September, first weekend of October. We're doing our big Indian cave camp out. So I will definitely bring you along for all of that. It's going to be just a great time like usual. I also have another giveaway coming up. I hope to get that video out on Friday, and this is a good one. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as always, if you like this type of stuff and you want to see the work that I'm doing here in my gear room as I get it built out and set up for myself, remember to comment below and let me know, and like this video. Thanks everybody for watching.